So I already started this. Now dimension is also done till your definition. Okay, so let's start from here. 3.4 self and life cycle. Okay, self and life cycle, the chapter 11 standard. We are learning the chapter number uh 3. Okay, so I want to tell you that summarize this like what we had learned. We had learned about the self is nothing but how you are perceiving yourself. It is your total. If you will total who you are, that is yourself. Like right now you are a student and you like to ride a bike, okay, and you don't like that. So including all these things, that is yourself, okay, that is yourself. Presently who you are according to your ability, we can consider that is yourself. Okay, self and life cycle. Self and life cycle. Okay, so we are going to read now the self and life cycle. On an average, till the age of 6 months, the child is unaware of himself. What it means? It means that on an average, till the age of 6 months, the child is not aware of himself. Okay, not aware of himself. At the age of till the age of 6 months, the child is not aware of himself. What it means? On an average, we can say that the child is not aware about himself. Okay, as a child grows, he starts making distinction between his own body and everything else. Okay, so here it is saying that on an average, every child, okay, till the age of 6 months, they are not aware about himself, like who he is. So if you see around the world, every child, they don't know about who they are till the age of 6 months. Okay, and after the 6 months, when the child grows, he starts making distinction between himself and others, everything else, own body and other. So we can say that till the age of 6 months we are not aware about anything, but after the 6 months we are we are aware about our body and other things. Distinct we started making distinction. Okay, he develops distinction between me and what is not me. Okay, he developed distinction between me and what is not me. Okay, he develops what? He develops distinction between me and what is not me. Slowly he realizes that he is different from the rest of the world. Slowly he realizes that from the rest of the world. So here if I talk about, he develops a distinction between me and what is not me. Okay, so what develops distinction? So the child develops a distinction between, like, this is me and what is not me. Like we can take example, after the 6th month the child is eating a food. Okay, so before that, so at that time also 8 or 9 months he is dependent on mother, but the child know that, like like this is mine and this is the others, right? So what is me and what is not me? And slowly he realizes that he is different from rest of the world. Okay, slowly that child is real understanding that he is different from rest of the world. What it means? So in this paragraph they are explaining that the child is able to understand about himself after the age of 6 months, and he started making between others and himself or herself. Okay. When psychologists conducted a simple experiment of recognizing oneself in mirror with a simple technique of placing a mark. Okay. So when psychologists conducted a simple experiment recognizing a oneself in mirror with a simple technique of placing a mark with which which can't be seen without mirror. So there were a psychologist. They had conducted a one experiment, and in that experiment what they had did, they had put the mark uh, on the mirror. Okay, they put the mark on the mirror, and that mark uh, can't be seen without a mirror. Okay, without the mirror, that mark can't be seen. Then when the subject face with mirror, they tend to touch the mark on their face. Okay, on their face. So we can say that if you like uh, in your home also there will be a mirror. Okay, so this experiment is like that, like which was done in 1977, which is by Gallup. So if you look at the mirror, so mark with lipstick or mark with a marker. Okay, anywhere, just a dot, and try to touch your face where exactly the dot is. Right, if you look at your face, so somewhere around your dot will be your towards your lips, towards your head. So try to touch. Okay, try to touch yourself, not the dot on the mirror. Try to touch yourself. Okay, so in normal children face recognition with mirrors. Okay, in normally the children are recognize their face with mirror occurs at average age of 1.5 years. So the Levis is saying that 2004 the children are recognizing their face because they had conducted the experiment, and they understood that children are recognizing their face at the age of 1.5 years. Okay, and they are capable to pretend play like they may pretend to feed their baby doll, and when they start recognizing themselves, they start using personal pronoun like I, me, mine. Okay, so it means that they are saying that at the age of 1.5 years they start recognizing themselves, who they are in the mirror, and they started feeding their doll also, and even they are saying like this is mine. Okay, they are hiding everything. Okay, they are possessive, they are possession. Okay, so second paragraph says that psychologists conduct the experiment of the mirror one, and what they understood that the child is recognizing themselves towards the mirror at the age of 1.5 years. Okay, age of 1.5 years they recognize their face. Okay, 1.5 years they recognize. Now where I was, by the age of 2. Okay, by the age of 2 the child becomes aware of general expectation like what is good and bad behavior. So here by the age we can say age we are understanding what how much the person is aware about. So at the age of 2 the child becomes aware of what is good thing and what is good and bad behavior. Like he can able to understand what is the good behavior, what is the bad behavior. If he will cry, so that is a bad. If he will laugh and if he will accept, that is a good. So age of 2 they will understand, and they will smile when others are smiling at them, and frown when others are getting angry with them. So here what happened, like they will smile if others are smiling. At the age of 2 they understood everything, they understood what is good and bad. If you will laugh to the age of the 2 years old child, they will also laugh at you. If you will feel angry, they will be feared. So they are developing a sense of themselves by comparing them with the standard role model. Okay, so they are developing a sense of themselves. What they are developing? They are developing a one kind of sense of themselves by comparing them with a standard role model. Okay, so they are developing a sense of themselves by comparing them with a standard role model. Okay, and this is the beginning of self-esteem. So slowly, as we have seen, at the age of 6 months, the child doesn't know anything, and after they grows, they start recognizing themselves, and they start distinguishing them others. At the age of 2, they understood the good behavior and bad behavior. Okay, good behavior and bad behavior. Okay, by the age of 3, they start recognizing themselves and others as boys or girls. Okay, by the age of 3, they start recognizing themselves. By the age of 3, they start recognizing themselves and others as boys or girls. Okay, so age of 3, they start recognizing themselves as other as boys and girls. Like what we have seen, at the age of 2, they understood good and bad behavior, but they don't know about the gender. But now age of 3, they understand whether they are a boy or girl, or they are recognizing. And between the age of 3 to 12, okay, 3 to 12, the self concept are based on developing talents and skill. So between this age 3 to 12 years child, the self concept is totally built on the basis of talent and skills. Child thinks of himself as what he can do or what he can't do. So during this age, the child is able to think about what he can able to do it, what he cannot. Okay, and the self concept is developed on the basis of skills, what skills the child have or the talent child have. Such as he can sing, he can draw, he can, and at this age the self concept is defined mainly in terms of sex, age, family, and what child believes he can or can't do. So we can say that from 3 to 12 years of age, okay, the child the child developing their self concept on the basis of their performance, like how much he can do, how much he can't. Okay, how much he can do and how much he can't. Okay, when the school starts at the age of 5 to 6, the child begin compromise himself or herself, such as I am intelligent, smart, faster than other. And this is the beginning of social comparison. So when the school starts, okay, when the child uh, going in the school first time at the age of 5, they started comparing himself with others. Okay, they started comparing himself and herself, such as I am smart, I am intelligent, I am tall. And this is the beginning of social comparison. So we can also say that in the during 3 to 12 years, at the age of 5, they are comparing not only in their home, not only the other things, they have started comparing the other people, society. So also during this stage, the children learn that they can lie and keep separate. And during this lesson, they also learn how to lie each other, how to keep the secrets. Okay. And there is hidden side of self, which includes thoughts, feelings, and desire, which parents are unaware of. So there is a one hidden side of self, which includes, so there is one hidden, okay, there is one hidden side of self, which include thoughts, feeling, and desire, which parents are unaware of. So at this age, there are some hidden side of them, of self, which the parents are not aware, because it's a feeling which is hidden. And this development of private self concept is major but often difficult development stage in the growth of self concept. Okay, so this kind of development is actually developing privately, but it's a very one kind of major development stage of our self concept. There are, we can say that the child also developing in their private zone, but this is also one kind of major part of the self concept. It may start out with some imaginary friend. Okay, it may start out with some imaginary friend, someone only they can hear or see. Okay, it may start out with some imaginary friend. It may start out with some imaginary friend, someone only they can hear or see. Okay, so we can say that in the at the age of this year they can have an imaginary friend, or it's imaginary, like we cannot see, but they can able to see that, hear or see. So please watch the Hollywood film Bogus on YouTube. So a child may not share this information with others because they are thinking that it is their private friend. Okay. So basically here what we are under life cycle means what? The self concept. Like at every age group the children are developing their self concept. Like right now, what is your age? You have your own self concept. I have my own self concept, and your mother have your own self concept, your parents, your grandfathers. Okay, each stage the self concept is changing, that we are learning. Final unfolding of self concept during the adolescence involves perspective taking. So during your period right now, okay, so the according to the perspective taking, your self concept will be changed, and they are able to think and understand, or they are understand other point of view. And this is the main reason why teenagers become self-conscious and why they are cautious about their appearance. So at this age right now, like what is your age? Teenagers. So teenager self-concept is developed by the other opinions. Like I will say to you, no, you are not a good looking, wear some jackets, then you will believe me, and you will able to change your self concept because other people have complimented you. Okay, so they might enter into the stage of objective self-awareness where they want to become center of attraction and popular, and many adolescents accept group mannerism and behavior pattern for sake of this need. So in short, they are saying that after 13 you are in adolescence period till the age of 19, 20, 21. So during this time, during this period, you are, first of all, your self-concept is developed by other people, and you are actually gaining for center of attention to trying to become popular in the classroom or anywhere. Okay, now, so till year to year what we have understood, we understood that the life cycle, like at the age of 6 months, the child doesn't know, the child don't know exactly who himself or herself, and after slowly they started recognizing others thing and himself, they starting differentiating who, then after that slowly starting recognizing himself in the mirror, then after that recognizing the boy or girl. And in adolescence period you are developing your self concept by other opinion. Okay, now the gender identity and gender role. Okay, gender identity and gender role. So I can explain you directly also, but it's important. Gender role and gender identity are important aspects of self concept. Both the aspects, identity and role, are very important. Okay, to build your self concept, these two things are very important. So gender identity and gender role are two different concepts. Gender identity is a biological one, which means your body. Okay, it is the perception of oneself of a male or female. Like you can say that your gender identity, you are a male or female. I am a male. Okay, and the sex chromosome determines whether the child will be a boy or a girl. Okay, Gender role is acquired attributes, which is psychosocial by nature. Gender role is determined by family, atmosphere, culture, influences where the child learns through observation, limitation. Sometimes you may notice a girl is behaving assertively by leading the group and taking a firm decision. So they are saying the two things. Gender identity is the biological one, what you know, like you are a girl or a boy. Gender role is nothing but what you had acquired from this world, what you had acquired from this world, right? Like like sometimes we have seen the gender role, like you have your how your personality is according to your family background and what. Okay, so I'm stopping here. You can learn further.